Well, if I look out the back door here, you know, we got some small mountains and, you know, sun's a shining, the birds is chirping, and the leaves on the trees are already turning. It's been a hot summer. And if we look around in the building, well, we have mountain in here too. Mountain Nasty. And Mountain Nasty needs to go because I don't want to keep working around Mountain Nasty. Now I got my pickup pulled right here. The plan, let me tell you the plan, is to grab things off of Mountain Nasty, throw them in the truck, and then when all this mountain of nasty is in the truck, I'm going to take some of this sheetrock that's junk, throw it on top, and you don't even have to tie it down. That sheetrock will weight down the nasty, and I can take it to the dump. That's what I'm going to do. All right, we're back in here today. We're going to continue on with the rest of the electrical. I picked up 100 more feet of wire. Don't know that I'll need it, but I got it. I will definitely need some of it. I've decided on some linkable lights. So what I need to do is wire up an outlet up here. They have an outlet that you plug into, and then the other lights will link into them. I actually seen some at Harbor Freight that had good reviews. So they're not so expensive. If they don't last a couple of years and I'm out a bunch of money, they're like 50 bucks a piece. So I'm going to get 4 for that side, 4 for this side. So I'm going to put an outlet at this end, and then I'm going to put an outlet. Well, I might as well just put an outlet at both ends. There was a reason I was going to put one at that end. I think I will put an outlet at that end because you never know, you might need something up there. So, and then I'm not going to worry about running wire for lights in here yet. We'll see how much wire I got. But yes, I could use 14.2 for that. I'm not going to in here. I want my wire, no matter what I do in the future, 12.2 should be good enough for it. So that's why I use 12.2. Yes, it costs more, but it's just better wire. Why have something that you may have to change later when you can have this in place and it works just as good? And I'll even, you know, I think with these lights, I'm not going to run any switches. I'm just going to turn them on and off at the breaker. Oh, that's why I was going to do it, so I could do a set of them and have it to save on wire. This way, if I put an outlet down here for like this run, I can put a switch, and when I open the door, or I'll put it here, when I open the door, I can turn on one set of them. So, but there's really no reason to run another switch for that other set. I can turn that stuff on by the breakers. So anyway, I'm going to get to work. I bought some dust masks because this stuff is nasty. I'm going to load this stuff up. It's got to go. I got to get a lot of this stuff out of my way so I can go to town, okay? And, well, we'll just get busy on it. Here we go, man. I'll put you on time lapse, and when I come back yakking, well, I thought I had a visitor, but it was a stool. That's what I forgot to get, a step stool. I want one just like this, but with 3 steps. They have one, and I forgot it. It goes up higher. And these are easier on my feet than that ladder. Them ladders kill me. But these are nice because you have a nice solid area to stand on. So I guess next time I'm in town, I'll pick up a 3 one. You can't go wrong with owning these. Doesn't matter how many you have. All right, here we go. The Mountain Nasty is gone. Do a little sweeping up here. And this is why I keep a long bed 3/4 ton pickup. All that mountain of stuff went in there with the sheetrock and, well, didn't even fill it up. But I got 3 sheets there I forgot about. Those will fit in that trash can, and we'll get rid of those trash bags. But whoo, sure glad I bought those masks this morning. I hate wearing masks. You guys all know why. But that stuff was just flying. I've had the fan running, blowing it out. I had something come to me while I was loading up that insulation. Man, it just came out of the blue. I don't know where it came from, but you're gonna like it. Now everybody's been saying, hey Mike, you got all these buildings. You got those two, you got that one over there, and now this one, and your cabin. You got yourself a village. You need to name it. And I'm like, yeah, I do got a village. Now, I'm not really one of these channels that names your truck and names your cars and names your lawnmower. I don't do that, but in this case, it came to me. There it was. I don't know where it came from, but I hereby declare my village named Manville. I don't know where it came from, loading installation up. I don't know where it came from. It was just in my head. Manville. What other name could my village be? And I'm going to tell you, with a name like Manville, you ain't going to have any of them transvestite showing up trying to apply for a job. They ain't going to want to come to no Manville. Hell no. So I declare myself mayor, governor, and president of Manville. All right, let's sweep up a little bit and let's get some of this stuff going, because the town of Manville needs a shop. And yeah, I'm also the shopkeeper, the carpenter, the electrician. I'm all that. Manville's not an easy job, and I got to do it. Well, that is much better. We can work with that now. All clean. Man, yeah, man. I am itching like a crackhead in the middle of the desert with a pocket full of money. I'm telling you. Whew. I know some of you dudes are going, if you'd have rubbed your arms down in baby powder, you wouldn't be itching right now. Well, this is Manville, okay? We ain't got no baby powder up in Manville. Ain't never gonna have. Not only do I not have it, I don't want to smell like a baby's butt. Now, them same men might be saying, we just saw you sleeping. You're gonna lose your man card. Let me tell you something, okay? Look in your Manly Man manual, chapter 6, about verse 17. It states, you may engage in sweeping if you have kicked your old lady out of the house, or you don't have an old lady. It's okay. So there you go. Just don't get a pink broom. See, mine's nice and gray, and then the dustpan's black. That's manly. That's manly stuff in Manville. That's right. Telling me I can't sweep. I do have a shop broom, but it's buried in that shed, and I ain't about to go digging for it, and that would have made this job a whole lot quicker. It's in there somewhere. I think I robbed the handle off of it and used it on something else, but anyway. All right, now I can get busy. Yeah, I'm itching like crazy, man. But like Wanda says on Living Color, ooh, I can't stand no dirty shop. That used to be my favorite character on that show, Wanda. Yep. Ooh, he's ugly. I can't do it. I can't do it. All right, let's get to work. What else was I was gonna say something else. Oh yeah, I did pick up the G ground fault circuit interrupter. I did pick up those. These didn't come with that, but I like the box. See, this is the box I want. But I'm not using that outlet. I got the GFCIs that I'll be putting in there. So, yeah, for those of you that commented, I'm aware. I am aware. But that's just code, man. If I wanted to put that in there anyway, I could. Ain't nobody coming out here. There's no codes here. But I want to do it the right way. Don't want to have to worry about that. All right, let's go. Ready. All right, what I'm going to do, I can't find my reading glasses. And you know where I think they are? In that pile, because they was hanging here, see? And when I'm bending over picking that stuff up, see? And when it's in the back of my truck, I'll never wear them again. So I've got these, you know, these kind. These ain't, I just don't want stuff in my eye. Anyway, I'm going to run a short one to the center there, somewhere in here for my exhaust fan. I think I'm only going to put one of those in, because if I put one at each end, they're going to be fighting each other. You'd have to reverse the polarity, one guy told me. Or I may put both of them here. You know, we don't know. But either way, it needs an outlet. I don't want to run them on the same circuit as the lighting. And there's just enough room back here. And I don't see myself putting up any ceiling here, so this is fine. So we can go ahead and run this dude. Probably, look at this move. Woo-hoo. Go a little more. Yeah, right in there. Let me give it about another foot and then we're good. About another foot. You always want to make sure you got enough in case you mess up. Okay. And then, this is the easiest one I've run yet. And then we're going to come to here, because see, when we strip it here, we're going to want all this. Let's go ahead and give ourselves quite a bit of room here. And then I'm going to mark this one. Very important to mark this stuff. Now I just got the Sharpie. Where did I put it? There it is. I'm going to mark this exhaust fan that I don't even have yet. Well, you can't read that. Yes, I can. I know. I'll remember writing it. No, you won't. I don't have to mark that. I know what that is. Anyway, that one's ruined. Well, I got to tap in the outlet and pull the wire through. And I shouldn't have cut that till I did that, but I left enough room, so we'll get that hung. Then I'll run another short line for the outlet for the lights. Time to decide, because it almost has to have two separate breakers for that, because I'll go ahead and film this one. Now I got the box for the fan run. I also got a box for the north lights run. Now I'm going to run a light for the south, or a line for the south lights. I am going to put these on separate breakers, and the reason I didn't tie off of the exhaust fan outlet was because sometimes with these LED lights, that will interfere. It could interfere with the light. You'll get flickering. I want these on their own, because there's going to be 4 in a row. I'm not real sure how much they pull. I think 40 watts a piece. But I got enough slots here, so we're just going to run them on separate ones. I'm not even going to bother with the light switch, because when I come in here, it's nice and bright. I can walk back here and flip a breaker. If I want to add that, I can. It's right there. Okay, I can add it later. And I did put that box down about 1 1/8 inches, because I'm putting 1-inch foam board on there. So I want to make sure that I can access and plug stuff in. So we'll go ahead and run this dude. I just busted open the new roll. I'm gonna run it up top here. I had a big long piece left from the 250-foot roll, but I don't know if it would have made it, so I didn't want to chance it getting all this run and find out I didn't have enough. All right, this is going to go all the way down there, come over, and come up to about there where I got that one. So I got to feed a bunch of this in. I remember when I know I'm facing, my back is facing you, but that's the way it is. Remember when I was young, I worked for a contractor, just doing whatever, and they were rewiring this huge factory. And one day I had to help pull wire. I mean to tell you, I don't know that I've done too many jobs harder than that day, because it sucked. And I pulled wire and pulled wire and pulled wire till I was blue in the face. And you had to put everything in it. Back in them days, man, there wasn't nothing done easy. So I learned a lot of stuff like that doing them kind of jobs. All right, that's got to be plenty. And then what we'll do is we'll run it back behind yonder. Can I fish it? Can I fish it over that or behind that? Yes, I can. We gotta go fishing. I'm gonna fish this dude behind this box. Put a little bend on it so when there we go. You do a lot of fishing when you're running wire. This is just how it goes. But you know, when you're doing it for yourself and it's your building, it's a little more enjoyable than when you're doing it for someone else. That's how it goes. You don't mind doing it. Oh, that's going to be nice. I don't think it's long enough. I just don't. Let's walk it down there and see. Got to come down yonder. Go speak, shoot, shoot. Boy, it's close. It's close. I can always pull more. Problem is I got to tie it down somewhere. I'm going to pull a little bit more. And then we're good, man. Oh, these ladders kill me. About another 2 foot, I think. Just to be sure, we can always... That ought to be plenty. Okay. And I'll get that over there. I ain't going to bore you guys with this. It's pretty boring, but I wanted to show you what I was doing. So the exhaust fan, possibly 2 exhaust fans. I don't know why I would need 2. I ordered 2. Maybe I will put one of those in the cat building. Probably scare the hell out of them, but that would be a good thing to put in the cat building. So I don't think they're too loud, but we'll find out. It ain't gonna go to waste. I got a couple of buildings, so. All right, the lights are wired up. Just gotta go buy them. No sense in buying them right now because I don't have any juice. Got one there and then got one there. Nice and uniform, about the same. Got my outlet in for my exhaust fan. Now it doesn't need a switch because it comes with a switch. It comes actually with a thermostat. So I won't need to wire any switch. I'll wait till it gets here and then I'll see if that's long enough to maybe feed through, but I don't know. I think it's one of them things you set it and forget it. All right, what's left? Well, where I left off yesterday, because I didn't have outlet boxes, I need to put 3 outlets in here. I was going to do 4, but I think that's overkill because I've got some here. I'm going to do 3 upper double gang outlets and I think 1 single down here. And that'll complete that circuit. And other than hanging the outside lights, I think we're good. Most of the electric will be complete. And then we move on to converting this electric. Man, there's so many vines and crap in there. Look at them growing all over that. I don't know if y'all can see, but man. So it's going to be a hot day, but it isn't too hot in here. So once the electrical's wired, actually I can bring that jackery in here and probably put a plug on it to run lights. I can do that for now. What I will do, in fact, because it may be a month before I get power on. Here's my lights. So what I would do is put a cord on this, plug in on there like I did in the other room, and then the other one as well. Then I can plug them right into the jackery and have lights. So that's probably what I'm going to do. And then when I'm ready to wire up everything, I'll just cut the plug off and take the plug off and wire it into the service panel. So it's going to be nice having 200 amp service, so I don't have to worry about how much I'm running. Now, I'm not an electrician, and I had spoke about putting in a disconnect, 200 amp disconnect, because right now it has a service panel, pass-through service panel with lugs on the top, lugs on the bottom, and so I've put a 200 amp service panel in the cabin, and I've run the service wire underground and up to the bottom lugs. So it's acting as pretty much a sub panel, which is fine. But I'm wondering, I don't think I'm going to need to split it. I mean, I know I have to get a 100 amp breaker to run it to this building, but I don't think I have to do that. I just connect it the way I have it. In other words, I mean, it's like that. Let me explain. It has these lugs, that panel out there has these lugs that you put your service wire in at the bottom as well. So it's coming in from the meter, it's connected, and then my house is connected through the bottom. It's pass through. So pretend this is the one out there, the disconnect. I'll have a 100 amp breaker here with service wire coming to this building. I don't think I need to bother putting another 100 amp in because this is still all hot. And this is going to monitor what comes in here. So if there's any electricians, tell me if I'm right. But I don't think I need to bother with, because what I was going to do is put two 100 amps and run one to the, that's pointless. Because this is still going to be hot. Plus I'm going to have a spot for the well pump because it has to be outside, because I ain't digging that 300 feet up and putting new wire, and the wire's not long enough to do anything new with it. So I guess a short one. It may not be a short one, but I'm going to get on to putting these outlets on. Y'all have seen enough electrical, and we'll wrap that part of the build up. And electrical, the boring part is putting in all the outlets, and the way I wire them in parallel, it takes a while. That's why a lot of these pieces are good to have, because you can make pigtails out of them. There's a lot of pigtails here, so that piece is probably long enough to do something, but I'm pretty much done with the long runs of wire. I don't need any more of that. And what I may do is, what is this? What is this? Uh-oh, what do I got here? I didn't. Tell me I didn't cut the wrong. Oh man. What is that? Okay, this goes here. Oh, okay, that's to that 1970s light they got up there. Okay, that's what that is. Man, I was sweating it. I thought I cut the wrong wire, which I wouldn't put it past me. Anyway, I guess that's it. That's my plan. You guys, if you're new to this build, or you're new to this channel and you've seen me in the beginning taking all that stuff out, what this was a repossessed building. The people bought it, they started turning it into a tiny cabin. They didn't get very far. They had a shower and a toilet. It's still here. You can go back to the first video and watch, but this was a repossessed building, and they used insulation. Here's a few pieces left. It's just nasty, and I'm not going to have that. I'm putting all brand new insulation in, so just thought I would answer that question. So I'm going to go in and take a breather and throw this movie out for you guys, and let's see if we can't find some kitties. I doubt it. Still itching, man. I don't know what it's from. I'm itching like crazy, but I didn't find the kitties, but you know, we got this Miss Rooster here. You know, you're supposed to be in your biscuit, not on the couch. You know, this is what puppy dogs get in. The one that matches your coat of many colors with your spots. Tell them happy trails. Happy trails.